welcome back to my channel. In this video today I'm gonna talk about how I obtained my visa to stay in the United States. I know a lot of you have asked about that and how I was doing everything and how the process to obtain a visa to stay in the US and how it's like the easiest way if you want to stay and live in the US. So we can start like this. I love United States. I went to LA first time in 2011 and I became in love with the city. I was there and filmed Sweden's Next Top Model in 2011, and when I came there in the city to LA, I was in love, and I was thinking, sometimes in the future I want to live there. I want to live there for a longer time, but I did a lot of research and everything after I came back to Sweden and find out it's not that easy at all as people might think, just to come and stay in the United States, to live there. So I was researching and find out that the easiest way to do it is to start study there. So I was looking into that. I already had a degree before, but I mean, study is always like an investment for life. So I'm thinking that's what I want to do. So it went a couple of years until 2016, I think it was, when I really decided I'm gonna start studying in United States from 2017. So I went deeper in researching more, and of course, to be able to study, you need a student visa, which sometimes I hear it's like the easiest visa to get to United States with. So I did everything. First of all, you need, before you can get your visa or even apply for the visa, you need to apply for a school, and it has to be like an approved school too. I am lucky though that I am a Swedish citizen, so I can get financial aid and also student loan from Sweden to study abroad, which is awesome. I am so thankful of being Swedish. So Swedish people should really take advantage of that because that's awesome. And so I applied to a school. I found out a college in the United States I wanted to go to in LA. So I applied to the graphic design program, and it's just like college, so it was very easy to get into. So I just sent in my high school grade from Sweden and they just accept me right away. And so I got accepted and I was just happy, but now after being accepted, now it's come the more tricky part, or the more difficult to get a visa. And so what you have to do is kind of like a bunch of paperwork. The most important what you have to do is to show the embassy that you have intention to return to your home country. So you need to have first of all, you need to have funds, which are different depending where you're gonna live, what school you go to. So everything is very different. Luckily, as I was saying, I'm Swedish, so I can get financial aid for that. So you need to send them all your history, your paper, birth certificate, of course your passport, bank statement, or all those paper that can be proof that you're gonna return to your home country. So I have to send that to the embassy and also pay is 2 fees. And 2017 it was around $600. It might have changed now, but it was around all the fees and everything, because you need to get you have to have a photo taking that have to have very specific dimensions. So after that and sending all the paper, you get approval, and then you can book appointment at the American embassy. So I booked an appointment. I think that was in May 2017. I had an appointment to the embassy for the interview. And of course that can be like nervous because you heard like, you know, some like horror stories and everything that, you know, people got denied their visa and everything. So I had an appointment in May, and my courses were supposed to start in August 2017. So in May I went to the interview at the American Embassy in Stockholm, and it was, you had to like come very early, and you had to like stand in line because there's a lot of people, a lot of students that's applying especially for student visa. And I came there, and you have to like leave all your stuff. You're not allowed to bring any cell phone, any personal belongings besides your paperwork, because you have to show your paperwork. And so I had to left. It was like an airport security check, and you had to leave all your stuff. And I came there, and they were actually very nice at the embassy. I hear some really bad stories about the American embassy just in Stockholm. So they were just coming with compliments. Oh, you have a nice phone case, and stuff like that. Because first I was a little bit nervous for the interview. Like, what do you say about, you know, my style? Like my alternative style, like about my fangs, especially my fangs, I was a little bit nervous about. So I was trying like to not smile too much to show, so I didn't want to show them too much. But you went to a room, and then you have to, after the security checkpoint, you have to go to a room and wait with some other people there until like they call your name. I waited there. I didn't feel like it was too long though. And then I went up to a person that did the interview, and he asked me just it feels like the interview went so fast, like 1 minute. So he said ask me where I'm gonna study and what I'm going to study, and of course I answered those questions. And he also saw my fangs and also said that, oh, that's cool fangs. Is that like normal? You do that in Sweden? Where can you do that? That's cool. I was expecting that positive like compliment about my fangs. And he said, oh, in LA you need to be careful because it's a lot of thunder for vampires. And I was just laughing. And then he said, your visa is approved. So that was like, I was so happy, and I was so happy. It feels like, I don't know, like my fangs distracting them or something like that. So I just went out. And also when you get on the interview, you have to leave your passport to the interview guy, so they can like put the visa in your passport. And after, I think it was just 2 days, I got it back in the mail, and my visa was approved. So finally I could just wait until August to go to LA on my visa. And I got a 5-year student visa. There is 5 years visa, and it's also 2 years visa, depending what your plan is. But my plan is to go for a bachelor degree, and it's still my plan. I have been 2 years in LA, and I am halfway to my bachelor degree. So that's the way. That's like the easiest way. I know it's also other visas you can get, but that's like usually like the easiest way, and I guess especially if you are Swedish also. So in this video, that was about this, and I'm also gonna do another video about how everything is going in LA with everything, and what is the next step and everything if you wanna, let's for example, work there and stuff like that, and what paperwork you need and everything you need to do that, because I have been doing that. So that will be a next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that this was for help for you that's thinking of studying in the United States. Take care. Bye.